Hello from Seoul. If I had to pick the most underrated Japanese dish, I'll definitely pick this one. It's simple, budget-friendly, and packed with flavor. Trust me, once you try it, I'm 100% sure you'll become a new staple in your dinner rotation. Today, we're gonna be making Shogayaki, Japanese ginger pork. In Japanese, shoga means ginger and yaki means to grill or fry. You can already guess how delicious it's gonna be just from the name, right? So let's just dive in. It's so simple, easy, and delicious. So once you try it, you will understand why it's one of the most beloved Japanese dishes of all time. For this, you will need some pork, ginger, onion, and cabbage. That's it. So simple, right? But if you add some shishito peppers or cherry tomatoes, they'll make your dish look super fancy. So if you're planning a special dinner with your loved ones, don't forget to bring these bad boys. You won't regret it. Alright, let's prepare our ginger first. Take a little spoon and scrape the skin off, and then just grate it. When you're grating your ginger, make sure to grate it over a bowl because all the flavor comes from the juice. So don't give it to your cutting board. That's not your loved one. Here, for extra flavor, you could also grate some onion or garlic, but to keep it really simple, let's stick to the basics. Alright, before the ginger aroma goes away, let's make the sauce. In a small container, add the grated ginger, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of mirin, 3 tablespoons of sake, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of water, and give it a good mix. By the way, we have all the instructions and a list of ingredients on our blog, aaronandclaire.com, so please visit here if you need a written recipe. Now let's prep the other ingredients. First, slice half an onion. Not too thin, not too thick. Next, cabbage. Actually, it's not an essential ingredient, but having a Japanese meal without cabbage, that's like having a cheeseburger without fries. So let's just thinly slice a quarter of a cabbage for our dish. Trust me, even without any special dressing, it will pair beautifully with your shogayaki and the sauce. Once you're done slicing, soak it in some cold water for about a minute or two. This is gonna help remove any bitterness and make it more crisp and fresh. When time's up, drain it well and set it aside. Now for the pork, I've got 350 grams of pork loin here, but you could also use pork shoulder, pork belly, or whatever you have on hand. So instead of making a special trip to the grocery store, just use what you have. Trust me, everything will be fantastic. But here, some of you might be thinking, Aaron, I can't get that thinly sliced pork. What should I do? Don't worry about it. You can ask your butcher to thinly slice it for you or just simply slice it yourself. It's not that difficult. And here, make sure to give it a few slashes along the edges and poke them a bit like this. This will prevent your pork from calling while it's cooked, so you will end up with beautifully cooked shogayaki. Once that's done, season both sides with some black pepper. Our soy ginger sauce will take care of the seasoning, so you don't have to add salt here. But if you think your pork slices are on the thicker side, I recommend adding a little bit of salt, but not too much. I told you, if it gets too salty, I'm totally not responsible. Now, let's lightly coat them with some potato starch. This will help lock in all the juices and make the sauce stick better to your pork later on. So I really recommend doing this. Trust me, this little detail will make your pork pieces extra juicy and flavorful. What? You don't have potato starch? Don't worry about it. You can also use cornstarch or AP flour, so as always, just use what you have. Everything will turn out fantastic. Alright, we're set. Let's get cooking. In a large pan, add 1 tablespoon of oil and heat it over medium-high heat. Once it's nice and hot, add the onions, a pinch of salt, and saute those for about 3 to 4 minutes. When the onions are softened and nicely browned, remove them from the pan and set them aside. Now in the same pan over medium-high heat, add 1 tablespoon of oil. Once it's hot, add the pork and cook for about a minute or two. When the bottom turns lightly brown, flip and cook the other side for a few minutes or until no longer pink. Make sure not to overcook it because we'll be cooking it again with our sauce. And like I do, I highly recommend cooking in 2 batches because if the pan gets overcrowded, you're more likely to end up with steamed pork instead of getting a nice sear. And that makes a huge difference in taste. Alright, once your second batch is done, reduce the heat to medium. And to that, add the first batch of the pork and the onions back into the pan. And then give the sauce a quick stir and pour it in. From now, all we need to do is let the sauce start to bubble and simmer it for another 2 to 3 minutes. During this time, make sure to keep flipping pork pieces so that they can soak up our beautiful sauce. When the sauce has thickened and the pork is nicely coated in the sauce, our shogayaki is done. Alright, let's plate this up. Place a generous amount of shredded cabbage on a plate and nicely arrange some shogayaki right next to it. And then, as I mentioned earlier, garnish with some grilled shishito peppers and cherry tomatoes. Last but not least, let's drizzle with some sauce in the pan. Alright, it's done. How does it look? It looks absolutely gorgeous, right? Alright, let's call our taste tester. But before we meet our taste tester, I want to take a moment to thank our sponsors, Tokyo Treat and Sakurako. Tokyo Treat is a monthly snack subscription box straight from Japan. It's filled with a variety of fun and exclusive snacks that are only available in Japan. For example, if you open the box, you can see some limited edition or seasonal flavored Japanese snacks. And this month's theme is Moonfast Snacktacular, where you can experience the best Japanese flavors like Kiken Matcha, Moon Senbei, Japanese-style garlic shrimp chips, and many more. You're looking for some traditional Japanese snacks? Don't worry about it. With Sakurako, you will get authentic Japanese snacks and teas from local artisan snack makers, including Ryokucha tea and one special Japanese tableware, Tsukimi dish plate. And this month's theme is Autumn Moon Festival, where you can find delightful autumn season snacks like Tsukimi Mikan Cream Cookie, Kokuto Kinako Mochi, Usagi Hozi, Kodaimai Senbei, and many more. What? You're kind of worried about getting local snacks because of the language, ingredients, or allergens? Don't worry about it. Tokyo Treat and Sakurako provide a booklet in the box. It contains all the information about the snacks, snack makers, and even interesting cultural stories about Japan. If you're interested in experiencing Japan from the comfort of your home, go to the link in my description and use my code ANC. You will get $5 off your first order. You want to experience the real Japan? Wherever you are, Tokyo Treat and Sakurako will be with you. Thank you for sponsoring this video, Tokyo Treat and Sakurako.
Claire.
맛있어 보인다. You know what? This is my first time to try this dish. So I'm super excited. Let's give it a try. 뭔가 아주 소스에 흠뻑 젖어가지고 되게 맛있어 보인다. 뭔가 이렇게 얇게 썰어진 고기가 야끼니쿠 집에서 주는 그런 고기의 느낌이 난다. Cheers. Cheers. 사실 아까 살짝 이렇게 들었었을 때 한 입 크기보다 커가지고 어떻게 먹나 살짝 걱정했었었는데 너무 부드럽고 맛있다. 괜찮네. 그리고 뭐니 해도 이거는 소스가 다 한 것 같아. 간장의 향이 샥 올라오는데 고기에 소스가 졸여져가지고 맛이 더 진하게 싹 들어오는데 그냥 간장의 향만 있는 게 아니라 생강의 향이 은은하게 녹아가지고 맛있네. 소스 자체는 되게 확실히 짭조름하면서 약간 기분 좋게 그 달큰한 맛이 있어서 밥이랑 꼭 먹어야겠다. This time, let's try with rice. It's gonna be so perfect with the rice. 양파와 함께 같이 또 올려서 먹어볼게요. Cheers! 그냥 밥이 들어가는 순간 완벽하게 밸런스를 맞춰주면서 만족스러움이 2배가 되네요. 그리고 이 양배추에 드레싱이 없어가지고 약간 좀 어색하다고 느끼는 사람들도 있을 것 같긴 한데 이 소스 자체를 좀 뿌려서 먹든가 아니면 여기 위에 있는 소스를 흠뻑 머금은 양파랑 같이 먹으면 딱 너무 잘 어울릴 것 같아요. Cheers! 맛있다. 딱 소스랑 잘 어울리고 거기다 아삭함까지 추가해가지고 여기 없던 식감을 착 채워주니까 그냥 완벽하게 만들어주는구만. So you don't have to worry about it even if there is no dressing. It's perfectly balanced with other things. 데리야끼 치킨 좋아하고 만약에 생강까지 좋아하는 사람이면 이 음식은 그를 위한 음식이다. Hope you guys try! Enjoy!
Today, I showed you how to make shogayaki, a classic Japanese dish. How was it? It's incredibly simple, easy, and delicious, right? Not only that, the ingredients are affordable and easy to get, so there's no reason not to make it at home. Also, you can make it into a rice bowl, and that's gonna be amazing too. So feel free to play around with it. No matter how you serve it, it's gonna be a hit. Trust me. Once you try it, I'm sure you'll become a staple in your dinner rotation. Alright, this is it for today, and I'll see you next time.